Cool. I'm Wanji Lee. I'm a sophomore here at Duke studying neuroscience and minoring in chem and music. Um, I guess I've been classically trained. I've been playing cello for 9 years now. Um, actually pretty recently, I kind of got into classical or composing. Um, in high school during my junior and senior year, a lot of my friends played like jazz songs, and they were really into like the whole improv thing. And then, oh man, it seemed like pretty refreshing, I guess. So kind of broke out of my classical musical shell, I guess, and started playing the piano and started improvising. And pretty soon I started composing like classical songs. And then now I've tried to just compose whatever I can, I guess. I guess my genre, it's not really. I made like an electronic album this summer, just using like a keyboard and GarageBand, and it turned out I got pretty into it. It turned out all right, like pretty catchy, I guess. And I don't know, that's something really uh, I'd be interested in experimenting in. Something that's like pretty fresh, I guess. A lot of things to be done there. So I think my classical music background definitely helped shape it a lot. Like I think subconsciously when I am composing, whether it's like an electric song or a classical song, it's those influences are always going to be there. I'm always going to have like a pretty set classical structure. You know, it used to be a lot from just experimenting. Like I would just play on the keyboard for like hours on end. Um, I think I'm at that point right now where it just like kind of comes to me. I would just I just hear stuff in my head, I guess, um, all day, and then when I'm at the keyboard, I just kind of just play whatever. I just kind of play it out and kind of develop it from there. It's like once I get the basic idea, then I start like layering it more. I think there is a part of me because I don't have like an amazing voice, like I'm sure most of these other performers have. I do feel compelled, I guess, to have the instrument speak a little bit more, have a little bit more complex stuff going on, make it a little bit more complicated. Um, okay, when I first listen to like a song, I first evaluate whether like the actual voice, I guess, of the singer, whether like I guess whether if it's good or not, and then once I tend to focus more on the melodies. So like instead of the words, I can never memorize lyrics because whenever I listen to songs, I just memorize like the actual notes, like the actual melodies, and I just pay more attention to like I guess the musical structure rather than the words. Obviously, the voice is a big part. It can, it's pretty interesting to see how many like the different voices out there. And but I always go through like phases. Just like if you look at yourself like a year ago, obviously, the music you're listening to a year ago is completely different than this year. But I think as of right now, I think I'm really into. Um, have you heard of churches or Purity Ring? They're like electronic, like super synth heavy bands, but they all have really good female vocalists in them. Um, I'm also getting into like R&B a little bit. I really like. I think Miguel is pretty awesome, and Weekend. Are you familiar with Passion Pit at all? In case you don't know, there's like one song, the last track on their new album. It's called "Where We Belong." It is a great song. It is probably musically like super complex. It's really like intricate, I guess, and the lyrics are so. I don't know. I can always relate to the lyrics, I guess, and it's a really good song. Okay, honestly, I am very pumped for this label audition concert on Tuesday. Um, I really am, honestly, because I always play classical concerts all the time, like Nelson Music Hall, like Baldwin, whatever. But I'm really excited to play for like my peers, I guess, and show some of my non-classical stuff. So everyone, please come out, have a good time, and I'll see you there.